Yeah.
Like, why not? Like, going on that, like your collaborations and things in the studios, I see that you was working with Jelani Blackman.
Oh yeah, that's my guy. That's my brother.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an interesting one. Like, I was looking, deep into his music, and like, there's just tracks where he's like, the music's overtaking more, and he's just talking stuff. And it's more, as we said again, that poetry sort of feel. I mean, what's Jelani like in the studio?
Oh, he's great. Like, see with Jelani, I feel like Jelani, in terms of like, I've known Jelani for a long time. So I'm trying to think, when did I first meet Jelani? I might have been like 15.
Wow.
So I've known him maybe like half my life, 15, 16, like half my life, around that. So, but like, it's a thing where when I actually met Jelani, he solely played saxophone. He didn't rap.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, he raps and plays sax. So like, he comes from a musical background, and I think that's where you see like in the studio someone that has something that's a bit different from just, I'm just a rapper. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm blessed to have had the poetry background where like words take the forefront before my appearance as a rapper or what I want to be as a rapper on the song. You know what I mean? And I think his understanding of music, especially through like a beautiful instrument like the sax, very much influences how much he's willing to let go of being a rapper in the booth or in the studio settings. So like, he literally just invited me down, and it's been a long time coming, but like, everything works out when it's supposed to happen in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? And he just shouted me, and he was just like, yeah, bro, like, I'm doing a remix to this tune, jump on. Went to the studio. Me, I love testing myself with time, so I think I wrote the verse in like 15 minutes. Yeah, quickly went in, sprayed it, and as long as me, I'm always like, do you like it? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, I'm going back in the booth. And we did that like as a back and forth. So like, his energy is very much clean competitiveness. You get me? It's like, he wants to be inspired in the studio, and I'm a similar kind of person. You get me? I love being like the same way I love bringing those people together. So I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm around someone, even as an individual, like, I'm like, rah, you do that. Same way I came up to you, I was like, nah, bro, that was cold. Like, even though I don't sing, because for me, that's inspiring to me. Like, I'm gonna go and take the energy that you gave me and be like, how can I do that with what I've got over here? Or like, how can I, not even like I'm trying to copy it, but just how can I implement the things that I enjoyed seeing as an audience member in what I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? And me and him very much bounce off each other like that. Like, my last gig of the year last year was with Jelani for the release of his EP with the latest collaboration that we've got on it, Inside. So yeah, we literally performed songs back to back. So we just feed off each other, man, and the energy just bounces off each other. It's dope.
Yeah, I love that. It feels like you've got this energy when you're in the studio. Like, even here, just talking now, it just feels like you're inspired by so many different genres in music. Like, how do you get everything out? Because there's so much in your head, it feels like.
Yeah, no, my head's always racing. That's why I drink and have a little
On that note, I'll get you another one.
Thank you, mate. Thank you very much, fella. I much appreciated. Yeah, but like, my mind's always racing. But if I'm honest with you, this is about to get a bit deep.
Yeah, go for it.
But I think like we spend a lot of time like trying to avoid things, innit? And like, and music is like through like one of the few veins in which I don't feel like I need to avoid anything.
Okay.
Like, we all have like love in our life. You know what I'm saying? Some people have more of it or less of it, but we all have people that we desire, whether it be on a personal level as like, I want these people to be around me and I want comfort from people that I know, thank you very much, and care about and love, or whether it be on an intimate level. You get me? We all do that. We all get angry. Like, we all have arguments. We all feel sad. We all have days that we're happy. We all have like moments where we're celebrating things. So I could not imagine, especially because, like I said, the premise of any form of creative expression for me is like being authentic to myself and my experiences. I couldn't make music that's just one genre, because I'm not always angry.
Yeah.
I'm not always sad. I'm not always, I want to lay with this gal. I'm not always, let me dance in the party. I'm not always anything.
Yeah.
So that's why like, it kind of appeals to me to be able to let out all of the thoughts in my head through like a wide palette and spectrum. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
I always, like, Kanye for me was the guy that was like, rappers are artists and rappers are rock stars. Why can't we have a palette and paint it? It doesn't all have to be, some of his beats ain't even beats. It's just like synthesizers and like amazing, gospel choirs and things like that. I'm interested when you were saying like you're like an A&R in a room. like, would you ever delve into A&Ring?
Yeah. 100%. I would definitely delve into it. It's just more of a thing where I feel like in an industry setting of it paying me, it's a bit long, innit? Like, it's a bit long. I have to work for a label, all of that. But if that opportunity ever arose, 100%. Like, I've done retreats and stuff. Like, I've organised retreats where I've like, we got a house somewhere in the sticks in the middle of the boonies and that, and we've just gone out there, taken all the equipment, taken the UAD, whatever, and all the mics, and we've just gone up there and just been there for 4 days recording. Yeah. So like things like that to me, in terms of within the creation of music, I love it. Yeah. You get me? I love it. Like, I love that kind of like I said, it's like cooking to me. So I definitely would do it. You get me? I just hate doing things as a job, I guess. I hate being told I got to do it. But in terms of like doing that, I feel like I would always be like, yo, I think you would really work well with this person. That's just something that I feel like is just part of being part of the community, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
I see you were a lot on SBTV. Back in the day, you know, and you know, someone that reminds me a little bit of Jamal Edwards. Like he must have seen so much talent and just been like, you know, get in front of this, you know, like, we'll do something with you, and we'll do something with you as well. Like, what's the SBTV for no one? For those who don't know, what is that experience like?
Okay. Nah, R.I.P. Jamal, man, because like the world lost somebody that day. Yeah. But in terms of like what he gave to the community while he was here, it was really the channel for the people, if I'm honest with you. You get me? Not to talk negatively on any other music platforms in any way, shape or form, but he was really like the innovator of him as a person being out here, prior to him necessarily looking at it solely as a business or anything like that, being out here and pushing a wave of talent and creating that conveyor belt of there is somewhere to go where you can be anyone from anywhere, but if you've got talent and you're willing to work and be consistent, that there's an opportunity here for you. And one thing, like, he didn't charge people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get me? I'm sure people can talk in terms of their personal experiences, but I never paid for an upload from SBTV when I was putting those tunes up, and that's something that is foreign in this day and time that we're in nowadays. You get me? People pay for articles to be written about them, but it was literally a thing where he would sit there, go through, and tell you whether he liked it or not, and if he liked it, he's pushing it and pushing it to the world, like, because he believed in that. You know what I'm saying? And coming from that time, that's very influential to, even when you're talking about the A&R thing, why I'm like, I kind of find it hard to even look at it as a job, because it's something that I feel like naturally we should be like, you would do sick if you connected with this person. I just see that as part of like the time that I grew up in, like people connected with each other in real life. You know what I mean? And he was an embodiment of that, without a doubt, and SBTV was doing that. So yeah.
So why is that not happening now? Why do you think that is? Like, people are not pushing each other in the industry at this day and age.
I think we live in a time where everything's supposed to make money.
Yeah.
Just like, that's not even in the music thing, just everything. Yeah. Any hobby that you have, you're supposed to make money. You can make smoothies for yourself every day. It's like, oh, I love making a smoothie, or fresh pressed juice, and someone will tell you, oh, you know, you should sell them, they're banging.
Yeah.
Like, just because you like doing it. You could be gardening in your, someone will tell you, oh, you need to get a farm and industrialize that. Like, when you just like growing like tutu potatoes, like tending to your apple tree, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one does anything just to do it anymore, or just because they think it's the right thing to do, or they think this is fun, or this could be great. They do things because they need to see an immediate monetary or numerical benefit towards it. And yeah, it bypasses a lot of things generally in terms of the human experience, but that's another conversation for another day.
We've had many a conversation where we talk about what's success, and we've always agreed, and it sounds like you're of the same mind, where really success is what feeds your soul.
100%.
And I mean, why would we still be doing the things we love? I mean, we were same ages when I started music, 15. Why are we still there doing it? Because it feeds the soul. 100%. And it's a lot, like you say, people go like, they'll start with, oh, how's your music thing going? You know, are you getting paid yet? You know, it's that, well, yeah, I am, but not in the way that you think. 100%. You know, what makes a rich man? Well, I feel rich doing my music, you know.
100%.
I love it, you know, and the same with you, with, you know, running and things like that. And that now, the same with us with this podcast. We love it. We just love the idea that we're interviewing interesting people. I mean, I love it 'cause it's in my garden, in my pub. Like, interesting.
Love it. But even this, bro, even this as a setting is formed from the things that you love and being like, I love this, I'm going to make this happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine living life without that as a motivation. Like, that must be hard.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine getting up out of bed in the morning and there is nothing that I'm going to love doing in the day.
Yeah. It's soul destroying because work becomes people's lives. They think it becomes their lives, and it's like, you know what? I mean, I talk to people quite a bit that haven't got passions and stuff, and I try to say, well, would you really love doing?
They don't even know.
They don't even know,
Don't even
because
know.
the cycle of, you go to school, right? You do your sats. You got to do well in your sats. You come out of that. You got to do well in your GCSEs. You got to get your A levels.
Uni.
Yeah, you know,
Job.
Exactly.
House, kids, done. And then you're 70 years old and you don't even know what you like anymore.
Exactly.
God forbid.
Well, the reason I
God
called this
forbid.
pub the Champion Contender in the first place, my dad was an ABA fighter. He was a boxer, and I always remember him saying, you know, I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender, like the old Brando saying. And it always stuck with me. It's like, you know, I don't want to say that. I want to go and do it.
Be something.
Go, man.
Yeah, you got to give everything a go.
You gotta give everything a go. Everything that is towards, like I always say this to people in any decision making, like if you believe it is towards the life you're trying to create for yourself in terms of how it feels, just give it a go.
Yeah.
Just try it.
Yeah.
Just give it a go. If you know it don't serve you, cool.
Yeah.
If you're like, no, I got no interest in that, because there's so many things in the world, it's a bit confusing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It can be a bit hard to discern what I'm here for. But when you find it, why would you ever let that go? It's just, it don't make sense to me.
But some people self-sabotage, don't they?
100%.
Yeah. I'm a self-sabotager.
I've self-sabotaged at many points in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man's been nicked, all of these things, and been through certain things where it's like, that is preventative of things that I would want to do in music.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've had to sit down with myself, like, having come from the area that I've come from, and you get me, other things are presented as opportunities to you. You know what I mean? With more immediate success, however other people would put it. Like, and it actually compromises the life that I'm trying to build for myself in terms of where music is something that I have the opportunity to get up and do every day. Like, without having to worry about bread. I could say I'm not gonna go to work and I'm gonna make music every day, and I'd make music every day, but I'd be broke. I wouldn't necessarily be on zero, but I'd be broke. Like, I'd be broker than I want to be. So I go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's because it allows me to build a life in the way that I want to live life.
Yeah.
Some people don't think about that. You just want to build a life that's simple. Life isn't simple anyway, so you're just going to be miserable.
you have to compromise your dreams, don't you? And you have to join the big. You have to be a cog in that clock, I suppose. And but listen, there's something you touched on there. I mean, someone who ultimately believes in you is your mum, right? Yeah, I always take away from that gig that you done. Your mum, which does not look like your mum, by the way. She looks so young, man. She was watching you, and she was so proud. And I remember going up to saying, "Oh, you must be really proud." And she was like, "Yeah, I'm really proud of my boy." And I was like, "Oh, that's so nice to see." And you know, like, you know, you think the stereotypical rapper goes on stage, and it's like we've got to be dark with it, we've got to be hard with it. But that's, in my eyes, that's 10 times better. That's real.
Yeah.
Mum supporting son.
But you know what it is? It's like, you see, when we're talking about all of this stuff, it's just about being honest with yourself. You know what I mean? And my mum knows all parts of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? My mum's seen me in whatever circumstance, or knows about how I've lived life in whatever way. You get me? Because we have a very honest relationship. So I can go on stage and talk about all of my life or present anything because my mum knows that about me. You know what I'm saying? She knows that first and foremost. But a lot of people struggle, I feel like, even as rappers, like I said, fitting into a box, being like, I can only make road rap, or I can only make grime, I can only make angry music, or whatever you envision presenting yourself. I don't care about that because I come from that. You know what I'm saying? Like in my yard, like with my mumsy, I was able to be myself, like to comfortable degrees that it translates in my music. So yeah, man, I'm blessed.
So you're staying true to yourself, pretty much, really.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm trying to do, bro. Because you can get lost in the matrix. Like you said, like. You're forced automatically to be a cog in whatever system that you fall into. We don't get a choice. We're just born. You just come out one day and you're like, oh, hello. Like, and the circumstances that fall upon you are the circumstances
the matrix begins.
Literally from there, bro. Literally from there. And you, whatever time you're born in with, whatever system is in place in the world, you have to fall in line to whatever degree or face whatever consequences. When really, we should just be out here, you're born, you get me, we're all naked and we exist and do what we like.
Exactly. Yeah.
Really and truthfully, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Actually, like, I'm grateful that I have a close enough relationship with my mum that I don't have to worry about, like, pretending to be someone that I'm not. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, it just translates into the music, man.
It's amazing. I can relate to that. Like, you know, my family have always supported me with the music. Like, keep your feet on the ground. You know, go and do what you love. And
I can see from even like the photos of you, like you were showing me the photo back there. Like, I can see. You know what I mean?
On me crying when West Ham won the Europa Conference. Which, I cried. You know,
emotional stuff.
Yeah, mate. I was in here, bawled my eyes out. I'd work the next day, but I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Good.
Yeah, you know, you got to.
Good.
You got to. Amen. Listen, who influences you rapper wise?